warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Ungkun Amrul Sudi Muhammad Ali. So my matrix number is 2021-613-098. Okay, so right now I want to talk about issue in nation sport with doping. So let me explain a little bit about doping. So doping in sport refers to use of prohibited substance or methods by athletes to gain an unfair advantage over their competitors. It is significant concern that undermines the principle of fair play, integrity, and the spirit of healthy competition. So doping can encompass the use of performance-enhancing drugs such as anabolic steroids or blood doping, as well as the misuse of certain medical treatments or procedures. So the World Anti-Doping Agency, which is WADA, plays a crucial role in establishing and enforcing anti-doping regulation worldwide. The aim is to maintain the integrity of sports and protect the health of the athletes. So next, there is one issue that happened in Malaysia. So one notable issue related to doping in Malaysian sport occurred during the 2017 Southeast Asian Games that been held in Kuala Lumpur. It involved the national wushu, which is Chinese martial art teams, and the disqualification of two prominent athletes due to doping violation. So the athlete in question, Ta Chu Suen and Xiao Yi, tested positive for sibutramine, a banned substance. So the incident sent shockwave to the Malaysian sporting company and raised concerns about the effectiveness of the anti-doping measure in place. So the disqualification not only tarnished the reputation of the athletes but also brought negative attention to Malaysia's sports integrity. So, the doping issue in Malaysian sports, exemplified by the case of the disqualified wushu athletes during the 2017 Southeast Asian Games, is a cause for concern that highlights the needs for stronger anti-doping measures. So, the incident not only had significant repercussions for the athletes involved, but also cast a shadow over the integrity of Malaysian sport as a whole. One of the key criticisms that arise from this event is the adequacy of the education and awareness programs regarding doping among Malaysian athletes. It is essential for sport authorities in Malaysia education to prioritize the implementation of comprehensive anti-doping education program to ensure that the athletes are well informed about the risks, consequences, the ethical implication of doping. Additionally, the incident will emphasize the importance of stringent testing and enforcement measures. To combat doping effectively, it is crucial to allocate sufficient resources to conduct regular and unannounced testing, both in out of competition, while ensuring the independence and transparency of the testing process. By strengthening education programs and enhancing anti-doping testing enforcement, Malaysia can work towards creating a clean and fair sporting environment. Okay, based on the issue that I have stated before, so I have two solutions to prevent this issue from happening again. So first, WADA need to enhance education and awareness program. So one reliable solution to address the doping issue in Malaysian sport is to develop and implement enhanced education and awareness program. So this program should target athletes, coaches and support staff at all levels, providing them with comprehensive information about the dangers and consequences of doping by promoting a culture of integrity, and athletes will be more inclined to make informed choices and resist the temptation of doping. Collaboration with anti-doping agencies, sport association and educational institution can ensure the effectiveness and accessibility of such program. Okay, so next solution is to strengthen the testing and enforcement measure. So another reliable solution is to strengthen testing and enforcement measure in Malaysian sport. This include allocating adequate resources for conducting regular and unannounced testing both in and out of competition to ensure the integrity of sporting events. Additionally, establishing an independent anti-doping body responsible for testing and enforcement can help eliminate conflicts of interest and ensure transparency. Collaboration with international anti-doping agency can also provide access to expertise and resources. It will enable Malaysia to align its effort with a global best practice. By implementing this solution, Malaysia can take significant step forward to combating doping in sports, promoting fair play, and protecting the sports community, integrity of sports community. So doping, for some people it will bring benefit, but it break the rule and regulation in sport because it become unfair, because some of athlete work hard to achieve it, but those who use doping like a cheat code for them. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Alif Akmal bin Idris and my metric number is 2021-474-828. And today I'm going to talk about the Olympic Games. I'm going to critique about the Olympic Games, which is specifically what happened in Olympic Games during the latest Olympic that held in Tokyo. And yeah, let's go to the introduction. What is the Olympic? So Olympic, officially known as the Olympic Game, is an international multi-sport event held every 4 years. So it brings together athletes from around the world to compete in various sports and disciplines. The International Olympic Committee, which is short form is IOC, is responsible for organizing and overseeing the Olympic Games. The IOC select a host city for each edition of Olympics through a bidding process, and the chosen city becomes the focus point for the sporting extravaganza. The most recent Olympic Games took place in Tokyo, Japan, so in 2021, which is that we're going to talk about. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the games were postponed from their original date in 2020. So the Tokyo 2020 Olympic feature a wide range of sport, which is include athletics, swimming, gymnastics, basketball, soccer, tennis, and many more. The event showcased the talent and skills of thousands of athletes from around the world who compete for medals and national pride. So the issue start at when the Tokyo Olympic 2020/2021 held amidst the COVID-19 pandemics become a center of controversy and debate. While some question the decision to proceed the game, concerned about the public health and safety, critics argue that hosting such a massive international event during a global pandemic could lead to a spread of the virus and put all the participants and local at risk. Furthermore, the fairness and integrity of the competition were called into the question due to the pandemic's impact of athlete training and preparation. Another more about the disruption in training schedule, limited access to facilities, and uncertainties surrounding qualification processes created an uneven playing field. The implementation of the COVID-19 protocol also faced scrutiny, with positive cases leading to athlete withdrawal and concern about the quarantine measure and testing procedures. The Tokyo Olympic Games 2020/2021 shed light on the complex challenge and ethical consideration associated with hosting major sporting events during a global health crisis, sparking important discussion on public health priorities, athlete safety, and the long-term consequences for sport competition. So, after all of the issue, given the complex challenge and ethical considerations surrounding major sporting event during the global health crisis, the best solution would involve prioritizing the health and safety of the athletes and the general public. This could be achieved by implementing stringent COVID-19 protocol, including robust testing, contact tracing, and quarantine measure to minimize the risk of the virus transmission. Additionally, establishing clear guidelines for the athlete training and qualification process, taking into account the disruption caused by the pandemic, would help ensure the level playing field. In cases where hosting the event may pose significant health risks and compromising fairness, alternative options such as postponing, relocating, and modifying the event format should be explored. Collaborative decision making involve relevant stakeholders, including athletes, health experts, and organizers, would be crucial to find the best solution that balance the love for sport with public health consideration.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faris Adib bin Fazila, and my matrix number is 2021474802. So on my behalf, I'm going to discuss about the corruption in football. So I will targeted the Italian club. There is one Italian club, that is Juventus FC. So the main title here is the Calciopoli scandal. It is involved the Juventus FC. So the Calciopoli scandal in 2006 exposed football corruption involving Juventus FC. The investigation revealed that Juventus had manipulated referee appointments to gain an unfair advantage in matches. So Luciano Moggi, the club's general manager, was found to have engaged in illegal conversation with football officials. As a result, Juventus was stripped of their 2004 to 2005 and 2005 to 2006 Serie A titles, relegated to Serie B, and faced point deduction for the following season. The scandal shed light on the widespread corruption in Italian football, leading to reforms in refereeing assignments and disciplinary procedures. It severely damaged Juventus' reputation and served as a reminder of the dangers of corruption in the sport. Okay, now I'm gonna critique the issue based on the Calciopoli scandal. So the severity of punishment. Some critics argue
that the punishment handed to Juventus was excessively harsh. So stripping the club of two Serie A titles and relegating them to Serie B was seen by some as a disproportionate response. They argue that while punishment was necessary, a more measured approach could have been taken to ensure fairness. And then the second one is limited focus on other clubs. While Juventus bore the brunt of the scandal, there were other clubs implicated as well. Critics argue that the focus on Juventus overshadowed the involvement of other teams and individuals, leading to a perception that they escaped relatively unscathed. So the third one is lingering question of fairness. The revelations of the Calciopoli scandal raised questions about the fairness of previous matches and competitions. Some argue that the tainted nature of those victories and achievements undermines the integrity of Italian football history, leaving fans and pundits questioning the legitimacy of past successes. So after we have seen and know about the Calciopoli scandal, there is some suggestion to the solution about the Calciopoli scandal involving the big club, that is Juventus FC, and that I have to suggest is first, the referee selection reforms. The scandal exposed the need for more transparency and fairness in referee assignments. Reforms were made to ensure an impartial process for selecting referees for matches, reducing the potential for manipulation. For the second one, it is disciplinary procedures to strengthen accountability and deter corruption. Disciplinary procedures were revised. Stricter penalties and sanctions were introduced for clubs, officials, and individuals involved in match fixing or other corrupt practices. For the third one, it is education and awareness. So here, it is efforts were made to raise awareness about the consequences of corruption in football. Educational programs and initiatives were developed to promote fair play, integrity, and ethical conduct among players, officials, and the stakeholders. So the last one is international cooperation. So the collaboration with international organizations such as UEFA and FIFA was strengthened to combat corruption on a broader scale. Sharing best practices, information, and resources help in developing an unified approach towards eradicating corruption from the sport. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syarul Azhar bin Hamdan. My metric number is 2021-47508. So today I will talk about an issue that occurred during a marathon race. So during the 1980 Boston Marathon, an issue arose when Rossi Ruiz, an unknown runner, claimed victory in the women's category with an impressive time of 2 hours, 31 minutes and 56 seconds. However, her victory was soon met with suspicion and controversy due to the lack of evidence of her running the full race and her unusually fast time. It was later discovered that Ruiz had joined the race near the finish line by passing most of the course. As a result, she was disqualified. The rightful winner was declared to be Jacqueline Gariao from Canada, who had actually completed the entire race and crossed the finish line with a time of 2 hours 34 minutes and 28 seconds. From the Rossi race incident during the 1980 Boston Marathon, we can critique some significant flaws in the organization and security of the race. It was a clear failure on the part of race officials to properly monitor and verify the participation of runners. The fact that Lewis was able to enter the race near the finish line without detection raises question about the adequacy of the security measure in place. The incident also highlights the need for better system to track and verify runners' progress throughout the course. While the incident led to some positive change, some has increased surveillance and stricter entry requirements. It should have never happened in the first place. It served as a wake-up call for race organizers to prioritize the integrity and fairness of the sport by implementing robust measures to prevent cheating and ensure that only legitimate runners participate and cross the finish line. So there are some ways that we can do to prevent this issue from occur again. So one of my suggestion is to do a random spot check. Organizers should conduct random spot check during the race to deter cheating and ensure participants are following the designated route. Officials can select random runner to confirm their race bib number and validate their participant. So the second one is to enhance on-course monitoring. The organizer should use advanced tracking technology such as GPS or RFID chips tracking system to monitor runners' progress throughout the entire course. The system will provide real-time data, allowing officials to track each participant location and ensure they cover the full distance. Race organizers should also have an adequate number of course marshals and volunteers strategically placed to monitor runners and adherence to the race course. So the last one is to educate and give awareness. Raise awareness among participants about the importance of fair play and the consequence of cheating. Educate runners about the values of integrity, sportsmanship, and the impact of dishonesty on the reputation of the sport. Emphasize that cheating not only undermine the achievements of fellow runners, but also diminish the personal sense of accomplishment.